And top in the news this morning, the government pursues local manufacturing of pharmaceuticals and healthcare products to bolster the fight against HIV/AIDS. And President William Ruto urges the church and politicians to collaborate in uniting Kenyans. Later on in sports, the Hockey Premier Leagues end with Western Jaguars and Blazers bagging the men's and ladies' titles respectively. Well, we begin the news right there on that note of World AIDS Day, where the government is leveraging on local manufacturing of pharmaceuticals and healthcare products as a sustainable solution in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Speaking during the 40th commemoration of the World AIDS Day, Health Cabinet Secretary, that is Deborah Barasa, disclosed that this will make the country more resilient to emerging health challenges. Let's get the details of that story.
It is a race against time, with barely 5 years to the 2030 target set by the government to eradicate the public health threat posed by HIV and AIDS. Thousands of Kenyans converged at Nyayo National Stadium Sunday morning to participate in different categories of the race in commemoration of World AIDS Day, which is celebrated every 1st of December. Since Kenya's first HIV recorded case in 1984, several milestones have been made in this fight, such as reduction of new infections from over 100,000 in 2013 to 16,752 in 2023. Of these new infections, 73% were the youth aged between 15 and 34 years, a grim reality.
These our Gen Zs, they have not been born when AIDS was real AIDS, and they don't seem to know. That is why the infections are high among the young people. Awareness is going to be key if we really want to eradicate AIDS by the year 2030.
And you heard the numbers that demonstrate how we're really close to winning this race. But the last bit's the hardest. Why? Because the new infections are in the hardest to reach populations. Whether we're talking about sex workers, people who use drugs, sexual minorities, whether we're talking about kids.
HIV mortality rate is also high among boys and men, hence the clarion call to them to go for early tests.
Have not traditionally gone to the facilities. We are seeing them coming too late, especially when they get HIV. They come for diagnosis too late, and then we are trying to say that men and boys can play a significant role as champions.
Because there's still the stigma against HIV and AIDS. Many people don't want to know their status. As they say, ignorance is bliss, so many people just want to stay like that. But yeah, it's time to do some testing. I'm also getting my own personal tests.
Making Kenya a HIV/AIDS-free country by 2030 requires collective efforts.
Issues is declining global donor funding, which poses additional challenges to what we want to achieve in our country. And I'm seeing this as one case that is going to derail our process if we are not careful.
Furthermore, the Ministry of Health is keen on leveraging local manufacturing of HIV drugs and commodities as a sustainable avenue towards self-reliance in the fight against HIV and AIDS.
Us as a country, let us think of sustainable solutions. Let us leverage on the manufacturing industries that we have and see how we can have local manufacturing. Thank you. He understands local manufacturing of ARVs within our country.
And young people have been encouraged to get tested for HIV/AIDS and HIV, that is, and begin treatment if they test positive in order to reduce the spread of the virus. The government has also been urged to ensure hospitals are properly stocked with necessary medication to help manage the pandemic.
This year's World AIDS Day was commemorated under the theme Take the Right Path, My Health, My Right. Locally, however, focus shifted to promoting healthy masculinity and health outcomes for men and boys. HIV and AIDS coordinator in Turkana County, Joseph Simiyu, said in the last 1 year, more men have been affected than women, accounting for 166 of the 287 new infections.
Jambo hilo limetupea wasiwasi kwa sababu wanaume wanakufa zaidi kuliko wanawake. Na wanaume wenyewe pia hawako kwa dawa. Kumaanisha sasa tunafaa tu focus hiyo population ili tuwasaidie.
The youth's reluctance to discuss their HIV and AIDS status has also been blamed for fueling its spread.
We still need to do a lot of work for the adolescents and the young persons, encourage them even to form their own support groups where they can discuss their issues freely.
Bungoma County HIV Coordinator Ken Bomji urged the youth to seek early diagnosis to enable them live fruitful lives while on treatment.
There is a lot we are doing to curb the menace of HIV, which is a pandemic. And today I'm happy that we are handling.
His sentiments were echoed by his counterpart in Mandera County, Abdi Gedi, who urged the residents to know their HIV status so as to manage and prevent HIV spread.
About 5 years ago, all facilities were providing HIV treatment. As we speak today, 45 facilities in the county are providing HIV care and treatment.
He, however, refuted recent media reports claiming a high HIV prevalence in Mandera, criticizing organizations for sharing unverified data in an effort to attract funding. The occasional shortage of essential HIV and AIDS prevention supplies, including antiretroviral drugs, is a matter of concern.
Walianzisha hii program, tulikuwa tunapewa madawa tukianza kupima watu katika vijiji zetu. Sasa wakati mwingine madawa zinaisha, lakini kukuja inachukua muda.
And in Makueni, county officials noted that 24,000 people are receiving treatment, but regretted that there were 179 new infections and 119 deaths in 2024.
On an annual basis, our adolescents aged 15 to 24 contribute to around 38% of the new HIV infections. So we cannot address the whole proportion if we don't reprogram for the adolescents and young persons.
We move on and away from health matters. President William Ruto has stressed the need for the church and leaders to work together and ensure the unity of Kenyans. Speaking during an interdenominational church service at Kimana Primary School grounds in Kajiado County, the head of state said Kenya will not prosper economically through competing interests that divide the people.
President William Ruto has called on the church, the state and all the leaders to work together and shun the politics of exclusion.
The politics of tribalism, the politics that divides people, we get rid of it in the Republic of Kenya. Sisi wote ni ndugu moja wa taifa moja. Mungu ametuweka pamoja katika taifa hii akijua maana yake. So naomba tameni tushirikiane tukue pamoja.
The head of state also reiterated his government's resolve to ensure the implementation of universal health coverage through the Social Health Insurance Fund. Other leaders who accompanied the president, including the Senate Speaker Amason Jeffa Kingi, called on the residents to register with the Social Health Insurance Fund.
Haiwezekani kwamba sisi wa Kenya tuko sawa, lakini kuna wengine wakiwa wagonjwa wanaenda hospitali za kifahari na wengine wanabaki nyumbani wanakufa kwa sababu hawana mbele wala nyuma. Haiwezekani.
And Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has hailed the healthcare reform initiative Taifa Care as a pivotal step towards providing inclusive, affordable and quality health to all Kenyans, regardless of their economic status. Speaking during a Sunday service in Chuso, that is in Kitui County, Kindiki assured citizens that the program would transform the healthcare landscape, calling on more people to register for the initiative. Meanwhile, the Deputy President has echoed the President's call on political leaders to work towards preserving national unity. He cautioned against actions that could threaten the country's stability, emphasizing that incitement to violence and destruction of public and private property goes against the foundation of the Constitution.
Registration into the universal health coverage, Taifa Care, is extremely important for us to make sure that our health insurance is no longer a preserve of a few people who have pay slips, but every Kenyan. We must rescue our country from sliding into lawlessness by agreeing to transact our affairs peacefully, honorably, and when we disagree, we respect each other's opinion and wait for democratic ways of resolving our dispute.
Now, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has taken a swipe at former Deputy President, that is Rigathi Gachagua, claiming he orchestrated his political downfall. Speaking in Vihiga County on Sunday, Raila said the former Deputy President publicly bragged about his intention to forestall any attempt to bridge the political divide. Odinga revisited Gachagua's remarks about setting traps at State House to nab the ODM leader should he go looking for the president's hand for yet another handshake. Give us a minor with the reports.
In Vihiga County, Western Kenya region, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga joined thousands of ODM supporters in a Thanksgiving ceremony of the ODM party leader and Vihiga Senator Godfrey Sotse. The event also brought together leaders from the ruling UDA party. Raila used the platform to chide former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
Muliona juzi mtu mwingine anabweka kule. Anabweka teo, timeweka mitego. Nimeweka mitego kila mahali. Hawezi kupenya.
Raila saying Gachagua was destroyed by the traps he had set for him at State House.
Hii mtego iliwekwa kwa panya. Lakini kwanza mwenye mtego aliwawa. Kuku, mbuzi, ng'ombe, hiyo mtego ya Gachagua. Aliweka mtego kule kwa State House. Anawekea baba mtego.
Raila called a bluff the comments made by Gachagua that there would be neither handshake nor a 50-50 government.
Ati hakuna mambo ya handshake. Hakuna mambo ya mzumukati. Ako wapi sasa Gachagua? Ako wapi?
As a leader, you must have followers. Kama hauna followers, somebody said you are just taking a walk.
The opposition leader, who is eyeing AUC chairmanship next year, had no kind words for Parliament for reducing the county revenue allocation.
Kuna maadui ya ugatuzi. Lakini wabunge wanapingana na serikali ya ugatuzi. Wabunge wenyewe wanataka wawe ndio wanafanya mambo ya kandarasi katika constituencies zao. Nasema hiyo si sawa.
The ODM leaders also vowed to keep other political parties out of the Western Kenya region by popularizing the Orange Party ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Tunaendelea kuimarisha chama chetu kwa sababu tuko na lengo ya kuchukua ushukani ya uongozi ikifika mwaka wa 2027.
Mbele vile baba amesema 2027, sisi kama ODM lazima tutengeneze serikali. Kivyo vyote vile
tutatembea pamoja mkoa huu kuunganisha watu wetu pamoja, na kwa chama tutatengeneza chama cha ODM kiwe na nguvu tukishirikiana na viongozi mmeona hapa.
To matters economics, and financial experts say African countries must harmonize their regulatory frameworks guiding the financial technology sector or lag in the revolution of financial transactions. Participants at the Africa Economic Research Consortium, a workshop including governors from various central banks in Africa, acknowledged the potential of financial technology to foster trade across Africa if only regulations are uniform.
The Africa Economic Research Consortium biannual workshop brought together academicians and policymakers to engage on how to improve the financial technology environment in the African region. Central Bank Governor Kamau Thuge acknowledged the plenary session as timely and explained how the government was offering a regulatory support system to enhance the environment for financial technology in the economy.
Kenya is again renowned for pioneering innovative mobile money solutions, and notably M-Pesa, which was launched in 2007 with the regulatory support of the CBK. The mobile money innovation has been vital in promoting digital financial inclusion and paving the way for many other fintechs to thrive.
The financial technology sector currently accounts for 2% of global financial services revenue and is projected to be at 25% by 2030. Discussants at the workshop called for concerted efforts among central banks in Africa to harmonize the regulations guiding the financial technology sector to foster trade across Africa.
We must unite now our parish. Unity is the key to the survival of Africa. So to fully realize the transformative power of fintech across our continent, one must adopt a pan-African approach, one that prioritizes collaboration and bolsters intra-regional fintech trade.
The participants also identified infrastructure constraints such as weak connectivity to internet and electricity as other key challenges facing the growth of financial technology in Africa.
Gishuki Washira reporting there. Let's look at counties where the Ministry of Mining has closed down 2 mines in Taita Taveta in a bid to curb illegal mining activities across the country. Elsewhere, the youth have been urged to embrace skilled training to address unemployment. More of this in our continuous roundup.
Leading the crackdown on illegal mines at Kishushe in Taita Taveta County, the director of mines, Gregory Kituku, said that Universal Exploration Limited was mining iron ore despite its suspension a year ago. Apo Mining Group was also said to be mining Mika mining without a license.
Any mining that is going to be undertaken in Taita Taveta County and also in Kishushe, it has to be licensed within the law. You have to have a mining license, or an artisanal mining license or a mining permit to be allowed to mine.
Elsewhere, Garissa Governor Natif Jama has urged youths in the county to embrace skilled training to alleviate unemployment.
Our young men, our youth need now to move quickly into skills and to jobs that are skill-based to help them to get employment.
Finally, Jamhuri Kenya Youth Initiative has fitted transformative youthful leaders in various spheres. Its director, Bernard Simanto, said the awards challenge the youth to positively impact their communities.
As the youths, we came up with an idea and saying, like, why can't we have a platform that can unite both leaders, social impact, education sector, so that we can unite together and speak in one voice.
Let's look at sports, where Western Jaguars men's hockey team and Blazers ladies hockey team are the 2023-2024 winners of the Kenya Hockey Union Premier League. Meanwhile, KCA University and Strathmore University's men's teams were promoted to the Premier League after emerging victorious in the Men's Super League.
Jaguars emerged victorious after finishing first ahead of Butali and Kenya Police hockey teams, who took the second and third places respectively. Emmanuel Awino bagged the top scorer award, while Fred Ouma was deemed the most valuable player. In the Ladies Premier League, Blazers HC emerged winners as Strathmore Ladies and MSC Ladies completed the podium dash. Mercy Georgina Simiu bagged the top scorer award as Vivian Anyango won the most valuable player award. In the Men's Super League, KCA University emerged victorious as Parkland Sports Club came in second, with both teams securing a direct promotion to the Premier League. Kisumu Queens topped the Ladies Super League, followed by Twink Ladies. Kisii Falcons were promoted to the National Super League after taking charge of the National League men, as well as Park Road Tigers. The league resumes next year for the 2024-2025 season.
And the national men's Kenya Sevens team, Shujaa, took 10th place at the opening leg of the World Rugby Sevens opening lead opening led in Dubai after 7-15 loss to Uruguay in the 9th place play final. Shujaa were relegated to the 9th place semi-finals after finishing bottom of Group A on Saturday and defeated the Republic of Ireland 21-7 in the 9th semi-final. In the 9th place final match, Uruguay got 3 unconverted tries from Ignacio Faciolo, Mateo Vinales and Thomas H. Every, while George Oro scored a try that was converted by Samuel Asati late in the game. Shujaa's next stop is the Cape Town Sevens next weekend, where they will hope to build on the momentum gained from the golden try loss against Olympic and series champions, that is France, and a 22-17 win against the Blitzboks of South Africa in the Dubai group phase.
It's all happening here. Kenya lead by 2 points now. Oh man, how about this kid? He's got a bright future in the game out of Foy. He's 19 years old. Watch the line to the outside.
Well, and the Roads and Cabinet Secretary, Transport Cabinet Secretary, that is, my apologies, Davis Churcher, has declared that Mombasa is ready to host the 14th edition of the East African Community Inter-Parliamentary Games. The regional Inter-Parliamentary Games will kick off from December the 6th to the 18th, 2024 at the Mbaraki Sports Club. The CS announced that the regional games preparation had been finalized, including ensuring the necessary infrastructure and logistical support to host the prestigious event. The EAC is a regional intergovernmental organization of 8 partner states of Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Rwanda, the Federal Republic of Somalia, Republic of South Sudan, Uganda, and Tanzania, with its headquarters in Arusha, Tanzania. Well, the games that will be played include golf, football, athletics, tug of war, netball, volleyball, basketball, and darts for the people living with disabilities.
An opportunity to basically improve the local tourism. It's an opportunity to market Kenya, because when our colleagues come here, this is their seaport, the seaport that supports, or the seaport town.
Tumefanya mpangilio katika zile sehemu ambazo zahitajika tuweze kufanya lile la kufanyika, na rai yangu kwa kila mmoja. Uzuri sisi watu wa Mombasa ni watu ambao kwamba ni wakarimu, ni watu wenye kuweza karibisha wageni.
Michezo hii itafungua biashara kwetu katika hapa Mombasa. Na leo nasema tena, kuwa karibuni sana Mombasa.